And we could just as easily imagine the same drought happening, but what if the community were made up of a bunch of farmer Sioux? Maybe this group trusts each other more based on some internal culture that they have. Maybe they believe the water will come back, and so they limit pumping to just enough to get through the drought. And they come up with some kind of communal subsidies to buy time while they can shift toward less water intensive crops. Same drought, different human responses. So now you can see how maybe understanding the types of people groups that are interacting with water would help us understand how the system may start to co-evolve over time, and maybe what kinds of implementation measures to be considering beyond just measuring drought conditions and aquifer levels. And am I saying that Farmer Sue is better than Farmer Sally? No. These farmers just happen to have different experiences before the drought came up, so they connected to water differently and to one another. And so this determined what behaviors arose when they were both hit with the same drought, and how these behaviors could compound across entire communities and rewrite hydrology. These are things that are much harder to measure and model, even with the best equipment or the best weather models. And instead, we must understand them more as fundamentally human and societal in nature, but also intricately united with these more hard-scale physical water models and equations. So two types of farmers, two very different outcomes. And in both cases, the thing that drove the system wasn't the physics of the water itself. It was beliefs, memory, risk perception, trust, human variables that are invisible in any rainfall model, but compounded, they quietly move across years and decades and can reshape the hydrology itself and the decisions that people make, which eventually determines whether we can live harmoniously with water or be ultimately